What's a human right?
Human right.
Ven conmigo.
Okay. What's human right? Human right is everyone must be treated as the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone must be treated equally.
Yeah. Equally.
Okay. So where do we get those human rights from?
From the law, government.
What was that?
Law, government, and stuff.
Okay, the government?
Yeah.
So is it subjective based on who's in power?
Yeah.
Okay, so do they define what's a human right? If they define something as a human right, is that absolute or can that change?
No, it can change.
It can change?
Of course. It depends on you too. Like it depends on what you think is human rights. I mean, everyone has different opinion about it.
So is it a human right to live?
To live, yeah.
Yeah. So how do we get that from?
When we born.
Where do we get it from?
When
We born.
yeah.
So is it innate?
Sorry.
Is it like innate, like we're born with it? We're born
Yeah.
with these human rights?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we have these human rights, right? So what makes it that somebody, like, have you guys been to the Human Rights Museum?
No.
So there's a big section on the Holocaust, right?
Yeah.
So in Germany,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of Germans thought that it was okay to kill Jews.
Yeah.
Were they right
2
or wrong?
million. They were wrong, of course.
They were wrong. So on what basis do you say that they were wrong?
Because no one's got the right to kill someone, or no one's got the right to kill a person or an animal.
Okay, so so is that your opinion or do you?
It's my opinion.
That's
yeah.
opinion. So what would you say to them saying, well, it's my opinion that it's okay?
Well, I'd say that my opinion doesn't hurt anyone, and your opinion kills people. So
Yeah, but my opinion is that it's okay to kill people. What
yeah,
would you say
but
to
that's
that?
wrong because you hurt people, and not just the people that you hurt, but even family and friends. I mean, if I kill your family, will be sad, and your friends too.
So is it based on what the effect is to somebody else? Is that where we get our?
You don't have the right to end the life of someone.
Okay. So have you heard of the Bible?
Yeah.
So in the Bible, it gives us an objective standard of right and wrong, right? So it doesn't say killing somebody is your opinion, so you can do it. It says murdering somebody is absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you heard of the Ten Commandments?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Ten Commandments, have you broken any of the Ten Commandments?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. So like lying,
Yeah.
yeah, stealing, murdering. Oh, yeah?
Well, no. Oh my God, no, I never killed.
En verdad sí, ¿no?
Did you kill someone?
Murder?
I never
Hopefully
killed
not.
No.
Hopefully not. Well, Jesus said that whoever hates his brother is a murderer.
Yeah.
Have you ever hated somebody?
Yeah.
Now, Jesus said when we hate somebody, it's like murder. Now, he heightened the standard of what's right and wrong, right? So, if there's a judgment day, do you think there's going to be a judgment day where everyone has to give an
I mean,
account?
I'm not Catholic, so
Yeah. But
I
do you
don't-
think that, like, let's say Hitler, he did all these wrong things. Will he have to be accountable for those wrong things, or does he just get off free?
well, probably yeah.
Okay, so
some ways,
so if
I
there's a
don't know.
God, and he keeps people accountable for what they do.
Yeah.
Now you've already admitted that you've broken some of the Ten Commandments.
Yeah, but I never killed. Like I'm not Hitler. I never killed 2 million Jews.
Okay,
so.
yeah. So, but that's your subjective standard, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying I'm not as bad as somebody else.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, are you still guilty of breaking God's law?
What God?
Yeah.
God's law, like thou shalt
The
not
Ten
lie.
Commandments.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So are you still guilty of breaking
Yeah.
God's law? And so am I. I'm guilty too.
Okay.
So if God is just, right, and He's given us these laws to follow, and we've broken them, right? Is there some way that we can get this our sentence, which is death, because of our sin? Is there some way that we can be forgiven from those things that we
Probably
did?
yeah.
Do you think we could just be forgiven?
Like
Wait, is this like a Catholic thing?
No, it's not God.
Okay.
No.
yeah, we can be yeah. Like God can forgive us. Like I mean, if you did something wrong and after you regret it,
So do you think it's simply enough to regret it in order to be
I
forgiven?
mean, no, because that's too simple. But if you work on, like, if you work,
If you do good things?
Yeah.
Okay, so think of this. If I was in front of a judge and I did something wrong, like I stole something,
Yeah.
and the judge says, well, you stole this and your sentence is this, but I'm just going to let you go free. Do you think that judge is just? No, he's not, because he needs to
yeah,
execute justice, right? So if God is just, he can't simply let us go,
yeah,
right? So, do you know what Jesus did so we don't have to be guilty and go to hell?
yeah.
What did he do?
he was dead, right?
He died. He
He
came to
died.
this earth fully God and fully man without sin to take the sin that the punishment that we deserve for our sin. See, we sinned against God, but Jesus took our place,
Yeah.
right? So every time we do something wrong, we're rebelling against God. But God said, I want to send Jesus to take the punishment that we deserve. So when we look back at human rights and we see people, great atrocities in history, we can say that is objectively wrong because God says in his word, based on his character, that murder is wrong and life is valuable. It's not simply subjective where we all have our opinion, but it's objective. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'd simply ask you guys, consider the fact that we're guilty before God, but Jesus came to take our place upon himself, right? And that when God looks at us, he sees Jesus' righteousness instead of our own bad deeds, right? And what God commands of us to do is repent, which means turn from our sin. But simply turning from our sin isn't enough because that's what we did before. We did good things, but we have to turn from our sin and trust in the substitute, which is Jesus. Okay?
Right.
Awesome.
Do
Thanks,
you
guys.
believe in God?
I do believe in God. Do you believe in God?
I'm agnostic.
Agnostic.
Yeah.
So, do you believe that we can know God exists?
No, I believe that some God exists, but I don't know which one. And yeah, I don't
So-
have like as much I don't have enough evidence to say yeah God exists, Jesus is his son, and that's all.
Okay.
I believe there is something, but I don't know what.
So, do you believe in things that are not material?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you believe in spirits, kind of
Yeah.
things. Okay. So, do you believe if there are such things as like outside spirits, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that logic, the
Yeah.
laws of logic, so the law of non-contradictory, where A can't be A and not A at the same time, right?
Oh,
They're-
that's Socrates,
They're,
right?
yeah, they're universal, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows them, right? But if there's no God, then on what basis do we say the laws of logic apply to us? If they're simply social constructs, right? Then our worldview is reduced to absurdity. If we can't say, oh, there's an objective standard by which we say the laws of logic apply, if there's no, then it's simply subjective. And we can say, yeah, I'm here and I'm not here at the same time, right? It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. You're reduced to absurdity without God, right? God brings forth knowledge, right? Okay, well, thanks guys for talking to me.
Sure.
I really appreciate it.
No problem.
What was your name?
Sylvia.
Nice to meet you. My name's
Nice to
Isaac.
meet you.